One of my students posted a single TikTok video and walked away with over $1,000 from it. Not a brand deal, not TikTok shop affiliate either, just completely pure from the Creator Rewards program. And the craziest part about it is that literally everybody has known about this niche. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what that niche is, how to replicate it for yourself, and why it goes viral every single time. All right, from zero to over $1,000 from one TikTok video, and this niche was the cop body cam niche. I've already done a video on this on my main account, so I decided why not throw a video on here about it. But one of my students inside of my Creator Labs Premium Discord has made over $1,000 from the Creator Rewards program, so we're going to be going over exactly how to replicate this type of output. Because without the knowledge of kind of how he structured his content to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to know how to replicate it for yourself. And there's a few different ways to do this, so that's why we got a value-packed video to go over this. The video got 1.5 million views and ended up paying out about 1,125 pounds for it. So pounds is like a little bit more than a US dollar, so probably around like what, 1,300? My math's probably a bit off, but yeah. As you can see, this video got a 62.3 second average watch time on a video that was around 3 minutes long. And this video still maintained a 17% full watch rate, which most videos at this length at 3 minutes long get maybe 4 to 5%, if anything lower than that. And so having that much watch time on this video with that much of a watchful video percentage, when you maintain 17%, anything over 10 really on a 3 minute long video, you're gonna average a watch time that's usually around a minute or higher. And when you can maintain this type of retention with a 17% full watch video on a video that's like 3 minutes long and you have an average watch time over a minute, this is telling TikTok to push this everywhere because that watch time is insanely good along with that retention for a video that's 3 minutes long. This is one of the very few niches that you can maintain that type of retention on such a long video, and it's because people love watching these cop body cam niche videos. As you can see, that month he ended up getting paid out about double. But once again, this is not just one lucky video. This is a format that's currently working across tons of accounts. I have 3 different examples here. Now let's take a look at this first example video so we can get an idea of a few different formats that work really well within this niche.
You okay? Where's mommy? You can't find her? No? How old are you? 1? 2? What?
On September 10, 2024, officers find a very young girl wandering alone through a residential property. She doesn't appear to be in immediate distress, but no parent is anywhere in sight.
Mama? How are you? Where's mom? Where's mommy? You okay? Where's your mommy?
The first challenge is figuring out where she belongs. Officers ask for her apartment or room, but she's too young to give them a usable answer.
You know where your apartment or where your room is?
Show me a 5 reference FBO.
Your room's okay. You're okay.
Alright, this video is only about a minute and 18 seconds long. And the thing that made this video so watchable is not only what's going on in the video with the situation, but having this bold text on screen hook. Text on screen hooks are arguably one of the most important steps when it comes to making videos like this, because if you have no context to what's going on, people are only going to have to rely on the visuals instead of reading what's on the screen. So you have to already place context within what the viewer is watching. Now, when we take a look at this second example account, you're going to see that this video specifically blew up due to the watch time, because this is another one of those videos that are over 3 minutes. And when you can just maintain that retention of a good amount of people watching till the end, like anything over an 8 to 9% full watch video on a video that's longer than 3 minutes, you're gonna be sitting pretty good with that nice watch time and retention. As we can see with this video, it starts off with a text on screen hook that says, when an evil mom realizes she's been caught. So this is another really good example of a text on screen hook, makes it very visual, red on top of black. This also makes the viewers wanna understand what's going to happen next. When you have viewers on edge and always wondering what's gonna happen next in your video and they think that it can happen at any moment, that's a really, really good way to maintain that retention, because that retention and watch time is exactly what we're shooting for to get pushed by TikTok.
You okay?
I just didn't want my dog to get to you, so I just shut the front door.
Okay, no problem. All right.
That was the hook, and as you can see, it's not going to go viral because of something going on like action-wise right in the beginning of the first clip, which is another style that we'll be getting into. The text on screen hook is what reeled people in. I mean, this visual hook of the cop walking up could be a lot better to maintain a better watch time, but you really don't need it when I just realized that this video is 22 minutes long. Hold on, let me fast forward this so you guys can see. This video is a total of 22 minutes long. And so I would guess that if they maintained a decent watch time and a decent retention, a good retention for a 22-minute long video would probably be anything above 5%, because the longer you make your video, the harder it's gonna be to maintain that full watch video, because what percentage of people that see your video are actually gonna watch all the way till the end of a 22-minute long video? Yeah, and there's always those random scenarios that could possibly be helping you, like, for example, if somebody fell asleep with TikTok in their hand playing and they just happened to go on your video and fell asleep while it was playing. Little things like that, but that's rarely going to be the case. The main point I'm trying to drive home here is that this is one of the very few niches that you can be able to get away with having people watch through an immense period of time. And now this was also kind of like the first video we watched, but this is a very good version of a documentary style where they go into the clip with a hook off the bat, whether it has a text on screen hook, it's straight into the action. And then it gets into a documentary style where it has an 11 Labs voiceover and it starts just talking about what is going on.
Yeah, dude, he freaking...
After the officers arrived, the caller, who was still speaking with the dispatcher, walked out of his room. Duncan then followed him out and continued confronting him. Duncan was carrying what appeared to be an AK-style rifle, while the friend behind him was holding a machete. The two continued arguing with the caller, completely unaware that the officer was already on scene. Then Duncan noticed the officer. He immediately raised the rifle and pointed it at him. The officer responded by opening fire.
So yeah, it starts out with a text on screen hook. It starts out with like camera footage right here, so not too eye-catching. We're gonna be getting into more eye-catching styles as we go on with this video. But this is one of the best videos I've seen that does the voiceover style, kind of like a documentary style, which is what I was saying. Not only does it start off with the hook and then it gets into the voiceover, but then it gets back into the actual footage and then it narrates it a bit more. This is a really key thing to start doing when you want to master the art of retaining viewers on your video. Give them a little bit of context, give them a little bit of actual footage, give them more context, and then give them more footage. These text on screen hooks are absolutely 100% necessary. And now when it comes to the basic format of your video, like the basic formula is the hook, the length and the format, and then obviously the engagement. But like I've already mentioned, the most bold / energetic moment of your entire clip is what you want to have in the first 3 seconds. Whether that's in the middle of arguing, in the middle of a fight, in the middle of an arrest, or just walking up to the scene like we saw in some of those example videos, you need to 100% of the time pair that with a text on screen hook. Like an example would be Target employee steals $26,000. This is something that is giving the viewers context, but not enough to where they need to keep watching your video. We've went over multiple videos that start out from 1 minute all the way to 22 minutes. So with a good sweet spot length to where I think most of you guys would be able to retain that viewership. And also that way you can actually have a good watch time. I would probably say push your video to around 3 to 4 minutes long. This is that sweet spot length of your video where you can start to hit 60 to 100 seconds of average watch time pretty easily. Obviously keep it 9:16 TikTok format, blur the background, make it black. Anything you can do to make the content slightly more original than what it was, which is also another thing we'll be going over. And always keep your captions on. I don't see a lot of people saying this. Always add your auto captions if you don't have CapCut Pro or something to do that for. And you can literally just do it in TikTok, but over 70 to 80% of users have the sound turned off when they're scrolling TikTok. And so if there's no captions for them to understand what's going on in the video, then that's just gonna be something that does happen to push them away. They'll just scroll till they see the next video with captions or a video that they can understand. And now engagement just naturally comes high with these types of videos due to legal / controversial content. And now the fun part, staying original and avoiding getting flagged. If you want to keep your content as original as possible, you need to be posting content that hasn't been already posted on TikTok. So even if you're just taking content from other platforms in general, you can still be flagged by TikTok if it's been posted on TikTok. So you have to be the very first one to a specific clip on TikTok. Things that you should be doing to make it even more bulletproof is add CapCut transitions, effects, that voiceover style that we were talking about, blurring the background, splitting one long clip like that 22-minute video that we were looking at into multiple parts of a video, like part 2, part 3, part 4. That way, if one goes viral, you can kind of backtrack and keep the momentum going for the next few posts that are the different parts for that specific thing. When it comes to actually finding body cam clips that would be way less risky than pulling some from other platforms, local news clips, official body cam release archives, court coverage channels, these work pretty well. But make sure you are still the first to bring a specific clip over. Now, here are some more hook formats that we're going to be going over. This is the argument / yelling hook, where it's straight into arguing with the suspect in the first 3 seconds. By the way, all these styles that we're going over all incorporate text on screen hooks. That's one of the biggest things you guys need to be doing. No matter what is going on, no matter how entertaining you think the hook is without it, there is no reason you shouldn't be using a text on screen hook. This is only going to help your video. Let's take a look at this argument example.
What's the issue?
What's the issue?
Yes.
Are you
Be
close?
quiet. Be quiet. What's the issue, dear?
You're not doing what? No.
No, it was just a massage, and I give you a few $.
Text on screen hook, straight into a bit of arguing at the first 3 seconds right there, and then it cuts into a little transition into this part of the clip, which is one of those things I just mentioned about adding little effects, splitting up the clips into different parts so you can make the clip as original as possible. Now this next hook example we're going to be looking over cuts straight into physical action already in process. It does not matter what type of action it is. If it's something to do with a cop body cam video and it's action in the video, this is another good style of hooks to use. There are two different examples we're going to be looking at, so let's go ahead and take a look at these.
Get out of the road.
On May 14th, 2025, police were
Documentary style, just like that after the opening clip. Straight into a police chase of them chasing this woman for apparently using another customer's ID to withdraw thousands. Another text on screen hook as well. Straight into the action again with this clip right here. You really can't lose when it comes to using straight into the action clips because it's obviously going to keep people retained. Unless people really just don't like watching those types of videos, which I get it. Kind of going into that, something you should avoid and look out for is I would not use, even though we've seen it work on one of those example videos, I wouldn't risk posting any clips where a weapon is being used or fired just due to TikTok's guidelines. Sometimes they can be strict with that stuff, so it's not really in your best interest to risk it, especially if you're in the Creator Rewards program already. And now we saw this, I think this was the first video that we looked at. I know it's the same style as the first video we looked at, but this is the hook where it's just an officer approaching the scene. And the text on screen hook making the viewers wonder what's gonna happen next is really what drives people to stay on the video.
What's wrong, man?
I had my baby and I'm trying to get to Idabel Hospital.
Idabel?
Yeah, my husband's up there.
Why aren't you going to St. Michael's or somewhere?
We're going to Idabel. It's where my doctor is. I need to get up there.
I need to call LifeNet or something like that. I can't let you drive. Let me get LifeNet on the way.
She demands to drive to another state rather than the nearest ER. Why? The boyfriend she faked a pregnancy for is waiting there, but her twisted escape plan hits a massive wall.
She's not.
You guys see how this guy's forming the voiceover to be like more, the voiceover is making you wonder what's gonna happen next more than the actual text on screen hook. This guy executed the video pretty poorly, like with the 9x16 shape not being 9x16. He cropped the video so weird to where the text on screen hook was barely even visible, but this voiceover is done extremely well, we'll give him that. So you wanna be taking inspiration for voiceovers like the documentary style, like the same way that this person is doing that. As you can see, he posted this video one day ago and it already has over 16,000 likes. Looks like this was a pre-monetized account because they just started posting. And yeah, one day ago, this video has 479,000 views. So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, once you start to replicate this format, especially if you do it on a brand new account, you'd be surprised that if you actually maintain these specific strategies when it comes to watch time, retention, adding text on screen hooks, using specific styles of hooks to retain the viewer in, you would be surprised how quickly you can get some results like this. But yeah, if you guys wanted to watch my entire free course going over everything when it comes to making money with TikTok, not just one specific niche, I'll have my entire free course down below in the description. I'm also going to link the free Creator Labs Discord down below in the description as well. So if you guys had any questions, just go ahead and DM me there. But yeah, without further ado, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.